What's good, y'all? It's your favorite Empress. Welcome and welcome back to another episode of my Pum Pum Talks series. I'm LaDanya, but over here they call me Empress Moxie. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 regrets to avoid at all costs as a woman. Alright, so we're going to go straight into the topic. Don't mind me, I'm actually getting ready to go to the airport. I have an international trip in like 4 hours, but I want to be at the airport 3 hours before my trip so I can do everything smoothly. Unfortunately, I was so busy this week preparing for the trip and working simultaneously that I didn't get the chance to film, which is why I'm doing this with the hour that I have. So diving right in, the first regret to avoid at all costs is gonna come down to not trusting your instincts. Our instincts are human nature, but as women, they are heightened because we have what you call intuition, which is something that guides us through a lot of situations in life. And the less we listen to our intuition, the less we trust ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves, that impacts our self esteem, that impacts our confidence, and overall our ability to make sound decisions for ourselves. Those are important things to build on as we get older as women, because trusting your instincts can make the difference between you being alive or not. So what you want to do is allow yourself to be mindful, pay attention to your surroundings, other people's energy, and take note of the areas that make you feel safe and the areas that make you feel uncomfortable, unsafe, and take a mental note of it. Even more importantly, be consistent with the promises that you make with yourself so that you can build trust with yourself. And once you do that, it'll be way easier to make decisions, trust your instincts, and move accordingly in life. This is also super important for us as women because it impacts our ability to get opportunity, which is something that we want. The next regret to avoid is gonna be I got water in my ear, sorry. But the next regret to avoid is going to be staying in relationships, bonds, friendships, any type of thing where you're interacting with other humans past its expiry date. And this is why I started out with trusting your instincts and building a relationship with your inner self, because once you trust yourself and build your instinct, you'll understand the nature of the people that you give access to you. There's a saying that goes, you are what you attract, but that's actually not correct. You're not what you attract, because great things, when you go to the store and you see an item, do you think you're the only one that sees it? Do you think you're the only customer, the only consumer that is attracted to that item and want to buy it? No. The only reason you're gonna have that item is if you have the money for it or you steal it. But that's not gonna be the case here. Y'all, my mic died, so I had to come and sit in my creative corner so that I could finish off the remainder of the video. And number 3 for regrets to avoid at all costs as a woman is going to be not living your life for yourself and worrying about what other people think. It's super important to avoid this type of thing in your lives as early as possible, because you want to avoid later down the line being resentful, regretful. You don't want to live a life pleasing others and leaving yourself out. As women, many times we are predisposed to meeting everyone else's needs and wants before our own. We are trained to do so, but it's time that we remove and unlearn that way of living. And unlearning that may take time, and it's going to upset other people, and it's okay. What is more important is that you live a life where you are fulfilled, where you are respected, where you are happy, and where you feel at peace. You're not in a survival mode. You're not in a mode where you have to continuously heal, continuously beg for your respect, beg for visibility, beg to be seen, beg for your autonomy. That is not okay. So live a life that feels right to you and for you. That is all that matters. Don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry about everyone else's needs. They are not the persons who are going to be living with those decisions. They're not the ones that are going to be impacted. It's you, and you only have one life. That sounds cliche. You only have one life, so just live that life for yourself. Next on the list of regrets to avoid at all costs is going to be alongside the one that I just stated, and it's going to be not taking care of yourselves. Because many times we're going to be putting everyone else's needs and wants before our own as women. Like I said, this video is about women. So because a lot of time we are conditioned to put everyone else's needs and wants before our own, many times we are left in the back burner and forget to prioritize our self-care. We forget to prioritize the things that we like and the things that we want. So that is something to avoid, because it can become a regret later on in life if it's a continued pattern and behavior throughout our life. The earlier you nip these regrets in the butt, the earlier you avoid these behaviors and patterns that I'm talking about, the better. The shorter the grieving process, the faster you get to fulfillment and clarity about your purpose and how to be fulfilled in your journey of life. The last and final regret to avoid at all costs is going to be not trying new things. Do not sit down and procrastinate. Do not sit down and say next time, oh, maybe not now, maybe when, if. No, do it now. You don't know the time that you have. None of us know how much time we have in life. I'm preparing right now to go to Ghana. I'm getting up to go to a new country. I'm single. I work in corporate America. But do I care? No, because none of those labels matter when we don't know the time we have in life. All we need to do is get up and try something new, because when we try new things, we have new memories, and that is what makes life worth living. The memories, the people we meet, the foods we try, the music we hear, the things we touch, the things we taste, the things we feel is super important. So try new things. It doesn't even have to be going across the ocean to a new country. It could be going down the street to a new bar, a new lounge, a new coffee shop, a new whatever you're interested in. Just get up and try something new, because it will add new memories, new interests into your life, which build new stories for you at a later time. Felt like adding this one on as a bonus, so it's gonna be number 6, and this one's gonna be not speaking up for yourself. This is a regret to avoid at all costs, because when you don't speak up for yourself, you're allowing opportunities to slip through your hands. You're allowing disrespect to be prolonged. You're allowing yourself to be invisible. You're allowing yourself to be unheard. And whenever those things occur, you're not satisfied. You hear me saying you're unsatisfied a lot throughout this video. All of these things that you should avoid are formulas for your misery. They're formulas for you not being fulfilled, for you not being at peace, and results that you desire. Super important that you say what needs to be said at the times they need to be said, regardless. Think of the most audacious man you know. Is he gonna wait until everyone leaves the room for him to ask for what he wants or thinks he deserves? No, he's gonna say it right there in front of every and anybody. Because he, in his mind, even if he's not right, he believes he deserves this, and he's gonna speak up for this. So why can't you as a woman do the same? Why can't we do the same? We should do the same, and it's okay. I've spoken up majority of my life. I spoke up to my mom, I spoke up to my dad, I speak up to everyone, because what I want everyone to understand is this is my life, and these are my needs, and I'm gonna fulfill what I want for myself. And they've accepted that at this point. I'm 25 years old. My parents understand my boundaries. I am Jamaican, by the way. I have to emphasize that, because as a Caribbean or African child, it's very hard to say what needs to be said and have your parents hear you, but say it anyways. Say it when you're uncomfortable, say it when you're scared, say it when you have ifs and buts, because those are the best times for you to say it. And whenever you say things that are hard to be said, all you need is to understand that the worst that could happen is someone saying no. And even when they say no, you have clarity on the situation. You understand your position. You understand where you stand in those people's lives. You understand what the next step should be so that you can be fulfilled. If your needs aren't met where you said no, go to somewhere where they're gonna say yes. You understand? That's why it's important to say when you need to say whatever it is you have to say. Okay? And those are all 5 plus a bonus on regrets to avoid at all costs as women. And I really hope you take at least one of these tips and implement it into your life, because it will make a huge difference. I'm sharing these because these are things that I've seen in my own life and added into my everyday life to make myself feel more at ease, less anxious, less in the mode of survival and more in the mode of flowing and really feeling, feeling in tune and closer to what is fulfilling for me as an individual in this world. Okay, and that is all for this episode of PUM PUM Talks. Definitely follow me on TikTok because I'm traveling for the next 2 weeks and you don't want to miss out. You want to see what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks? Add me on TikTok and I will see you over there until next Sunday with a new video on YouTube. And of course, I'm gonna vlog the trip, so you won't even miss that if you don't have TikTok or any of those other socials. I'll be here as well because you are family to me, and I will see y'all later. Bye.